So Michael Chandler has revealed his fight plan for the foreseeable future, and damn, it's filled with a lot of hope and dreams, you know. And I consider this recent version of Michael Chandler to really be Mr. Hope and Dreams. You know, we're talking about a guy that wasted fucking 2 years chasing the Magic Dragon against Connor, trying to get Connor's attention. Connor was busy fucking imbibing in the booze and whores and the sniff, the sniff white cocaine. Um, and you know that's Connor's decision, but you know Michael Chandler, I likes to call him Mickey Chandler, but Michael Chandler, I love him. I consider myself to be a Michael Chandler fan. I think he is an incredible human being, a lot of great energy, strong guy. I wouldn't consider his fighting style to be the smartest, but it is fun. And I do agree with his initial statement about him being one of the most entertaining fighters ever, or at least one of the most entertaining fighters at lightweight. He's a fun guy, likes to have fun, likes to fight fun. But he's got a lot of hope and dream level. He's got a Disney World fight plan. That's the bottom line of what I'm trying to say. His fight plan is really fucking Disney. It's Mickey Mouse, fun time roller coaster level hopes and dreams. Talking about fighting Max Holloway, Conor McGregor, Charles Oliveira, who he is fighting, but then like Islam Makhachev and shit. He's not getting past Charles. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I love the guy. I'm a huge Michael Chandler fan. He's not gonna get past Charles Oliveira. Oh, he is not getting past Charles. I could, I, oh man, I could tell you that one off the fucking mark. He ain't even getting. He's not even gonna beat Charles on the feet. That's the fun part. He ain't even outstyle. He's not gonna outclass Charles on the fucking feet. Charles is gonna use that shoot the box, you know, that smooth shoot the box style. He might eat a couple. Charles will probably eat a couple punches from Michael Chandler, but nothing crazy. It's not gonna sleep Charles. Charles will probably outclass Chandler on the feet. He'll land on Chandler more than Chandler will land on him. And then the fight, probably halfway through the fight, will get to the ground. Probably, you know, from the clinch, you know, like the both fighters try to step in for an exchange. They get wrapped up. Charles has Chandler against the cage, goes for a trip, gets the trip, puts Chandler on his back, and then it's a ground fight from there. Give it like 3 to 4 minutes, and then Charles Oliveira has Chandler's back, and he just locks in the rear naked choke. It's either that or it's round three. Uh, you know, the fighters step in for a couple exchanges. Chandler is pretty much beaten up. Charles has a couple marks on him, but the two step in for one final exchange, probably halfway through the third round, and Charles lands most of a really deadly combination that just has Chandler wobbled and running back to the cage, wanting no more of this fight. And then, you know, Chandler goes to the ground. Charles finishes him with ground and pound, and that's another win for Charles Oliveira. That's really how the fight's going to play out. I love Chandler. I wish him the best. I hope he beats Charles Oliveira. And I know that's a really spicy hot take, and one that I'm sure I will get ridicule on, because I know there's a lot of Charles Oliveira fans. Um, but I hope Chandler wins. I'm a Michael Chandler fan. I'm a Charles Oliveira fan too, but you know, for this fight at this moment, I do want Michael Chandler to win more, because you know the guy waited fucking 2 years for bullshit. He really did. He waited 2 years for fuck all. He's at WWE events screaming. He's doing hikes through the mountain. He's doing cold plunges in the middle of winter on Instagram. He's doing you know, high energy workouts, looking like he's running a show for fucking Big Brother or some shit like that. He's doing all these things just to promote a fight with a fucking a drunkard and a retired man. Basically, he's trying to fight a retired man. Connor's retired. I've tried to tell you guys time and time again. Conor McGregor's never fighting again. He's never fighting again. Okay, that Michael Chandler fight was Conor's last chance. He's not fighting again. Dan Hooker is now doing the same shit Michael Chandler's doing. Dan Hooker wants a fight with Conor. Well, let's see where that gets him. All right, probably 3 years. Dan Hooker will be fucking, Dan Hooker will be running up soapy stairs for 3 years trying to get to the top. And then once he finally gets to the top, the prize ain't even fucking there anymore. I know it's a really weird analogy I just used, but what I'm saying is Dan Hooker's never getting what he wants out of that. He's not going to get a fight with Conor. Nobody is. Conor is retired. He's fat. He's happy. He's rich. And that's where he'll stay. Okay? So anyway, it was just funny to me when I saw this shit, the stuff that Michael Chandler said. I love him. I love his belief. I love his drive, his energy, his motivation. He's very motivated. And that's what makes him so powerful, especially in the beginning of fights. He runs at you. He throws these super long punches. He's real fast. He's moving in and out. He's got this wide stance. He's coming for your head. But he's a little bit reckless in that. And it leaves a lot of openings for him. And a lot of people take advantages of those openings. And Charles Oliveira has beaten Chandler before, So I don't think this fight will be any different. I think Oliveira gets him out of there either in the third or fourth round. I think it's most likely by submission, but like I said, I do have some leeway in there for striking. But yeah, that's all I really got to say on the matter, man. I love Chandler. I'm a Chandler fan. I'm an Oliveira fan too. I do want Chandler to win, but like I said on this channel, I embrace the logic. I look at these things. I look them over. I bring you guys the facts, what I think is truly going to happen. And I think Oliveira truly gets it done, even though he looked pretty shit against Arman. Look, he had a submission attempt against Arman. Don't try to fucking, come at me now because I said that Oliveira looked shit. He looked shit compared to how Oliveira could actually be. Compared to his ceiling, Oliveira looked very demoralized in that fight and very low energy. And it carried on throughout the entire fight. And that's why Arman proceeded to dominate and win via decision. So that's a different topic for a different day. But I'm still staying on the topic of Michael Chandler and his Disneyland beliefs. None of those fights are going to happen. He's going to lose to Oliveira. Maybe retire, maybe not. If he doesn't retire, he'll fight a couple middle-rank lightweight guys. And that'll be it. Anyway, that's my take on that. Make sure you like, you comment, and you subscribe. I love you guys. Most importantly, you make sure you subscribe. I love y'all. I'll see you on the next.